Hey everybody, welcome to Riven. I'm Duke Skyloafer. Hopefully you can't hear all the fireworks happening because it is July 3rd in Indiana and fireworks are legal here, and so everybody's shooting fireworks out of their driveways like big old mortars and everything. So hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue for the stream, but we do this every summer, so we're all kind of used to it by now. Anyway, Riven. I'm very excited about this. Before I get into the game, because once I click new game here, it's going to start a long sequence of things that we're just going to kind of watch. But I already started it once when I first got the game, and I did like a few minutes of it and then decided it would be much better to do this on the stream. It'd be more fun. I wanted to know if it was like, was it going to be fun to do live? I think so. So we're going to erase my progress and start again. And I will try to not rush through the one puzzle that I already solved. So, and explain what I'm doing, if I can even remember. But my history with this game is, it's near and dear to me. Not this version, because I barely played it, but the original version from 1997. So when I was a kid, we were a Mac family, and Myst was a game that came out for Mac first. And I loved it. Like, it was an amazing game for the time because the graphics were really good because they were pre-rendered and not live rendered in a game engine. And you clicked through it. Like, you would look at a scene, you would click where you wanted to go, it would change to just show you another static picture, but then they would layer in like video of live actors in front of blue screens that were really well composited. And I think actually my one disappointment for these remakes is that they've taken the live action people and turned them into, just video game NPCs. But they remade Myst for the fifth time in I guess the fourth remake, the fifth release of it in like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. And it was good. They changed very few things, except that they added the ability to randomize some of the puzzles so that even if you did it before, you would have to actually solve it again. You couldn't just like I would do once I learned the actual puzzle, the secret to the final puzzle. In Myst, you can actually just go straight to the very end in like 5 minutes. You don't have to play the whole rest of the game to know the code for the final puzzle, which is right where you start, basically. There's so many fireworks going on right now. But anyway, they just keep on going. This isn't even a fireworks show, it's just the neighborhood. But yeah, so like I played a ton of Myst. I could never really beat it as a kid. I had a guidebook. I eventually just gave in and followed the guidebook, and that was great. Riven, I didn't have a guidebook, and I think I only ever beat it once, and it took a very long time, and my dad had to help and stuff, but I spent a really, really long time playing it. And I thought it was better than Myst. So what I know about this new version that just came out, is that they have changed a lot more things than they did when they remade Myst. They've changed some of the puzzles entirely. They've simplified some things, I'm told. So they thought some of the puzzles were way too hard, which I guess I appreciate. But they claim they've simplified some puzzles. Some puzzles have been completely reworked from the ground up. Some mechanics they have changed a little bit because this game can also be viewed in VR, and so that really free range motion doesn't work as well with the way some of the puzzles were originally created for just like clicking on parts of the screen. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. This is, if you've never played one of these games, it's almost like a giant escape room kind of thing. But I'll give you kind of the spoiler alert for Myst. This is the story of Myst, the game before this. In the story of Myst, you are you, and they don't really tell you this in the game. You actually kind of piece this together throughout more of the franchise, but you find a book, and this book has a panel on it that is showing an island. It's a video of an island, and when you touch it, you get transported into Myst. The game starts you out with no indication of what's just happened. You are holding the book, other than there is a voiceover at the beginning and a video of a person falling through a crack, a fissure, and dropping the book. And then you pick up the book, and he says, I knew the moment that I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I'd planned, and then talks about like maybe the end has not yet been written and a bunch of other things. And then you do stuff on the island. His two sons are imprisoned on the island, and you have to figure out who do you trust. And you go to a bunch of different ages. As you go, every time you go through a book, you go to another age. Each Myst is an age. Earth is an age. If you weren't, the world we live in is the Age of Dunny. And there's controversy of how you pronounce the name of their people, but it's I pronounce it the way they themselves say it in the games, so Dunny. Anyway, at the end of the game, you finally get to this. You get to Dunny, you talk to this guy named Atris, who is the guy who wrote Myst, the Myst book. So these Dunny people write in books with a special technique called the art, and they need special ink and special paper, but it creates links to other worlds. And then as they write, it can change the worlds, and then they can link and travel to all these worlds. So they're from a people that goes to all of these different worlds, which are basically whatever their imagination can come up with. And some of them have indigenous people, and some of them don't. And the Age of Riven is an age that was very important to them, and they. Well, I won't get into exactly why, because you learned that throughout the course of this, so we'll figure that out together. But where we left it in Myst was, at the very end, Atris says to you, you've been a great help to me. I may have to call on you again, so that you can help save my wife, who is being held captive somewhere. And so that is where Myst ends. And so now I am back to help Atris again. So we're going to say new game, going to erase my old game. And here we go. I'll give a little bit of talk track over this as necessary, but we'll just take it all in together.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help.
This is Atris, if it wasn't clear.
There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid there's no time to explain. Most of what you'll need to know is in here. And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny. A one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen. Here. Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me. There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from. Until we meet again, take care, my friend.
So these linking books allow you to travel to the world that's described in the book. You cannot take the book with you. The book will always remain wherever it is, and it will not travel with you. You can be holding other books, and they will travel with you, but the book that you're actually traveling through does not go with you. And so to get just a little bit of context of what we actually learn here, Gen is his father. Catherine is his wife. What they had done was his dad is a bit of a jerk, and they tried to basically trap him in Riven by destroying all other linking books, and then linking through the Myst book while it fell into this fissure in the ground in the hopes that it would be destroyed, but it's not destroyed. you, the player, finds it, and that's how the game Myst starts. So that's the opening of Myst, where you're falling through this, like, what they call the star fissure. How much can I actually explore? I never really tried to explore over here. You could not explore this room at all in the original game. You couldn't look around, and I guess there really isn't much behind here. This room is a part of the Dunny civilization called Kavir, and it's in a massive cavern underneath New Mexico. So we're in the Age of Dunny right now, which is the age that Earth is in. But anyway, let's go to Riven. Oh, and they also mentioned during Myst, you find out that his sons, the brothers Cirrus and Akinar, had tricked his wife Catherine into going back to Riven at some point, and then she got captured by Gen. And so this is where we're going to save her somehow. Here it comes. Here comes the Riven. And one of the reasons that I'm kind of disappointed by the change from live action people composited in, which admittedly would be very hard in a probably impossible in a game where you can actually walk around and have free range of motion. So we are on Riven now. But anyway, the reason I'm a little bit disappointed is because this game isn't really focused on people. You don't actually see a lot of people in these games. They are motion captured, but they're not great. And the actors, the original actors, had a lot of range of emotion. You know, like in Atris's face originally, like you see a lot of pain because he's dealing with, like, pretty much all of this is due to his mistakes over the years. And this guy, you know, like his facial expressions as the original actor, I thought, were just a lot better. They didn't do a great job with the facial expressions. But for the most part, they used the original audio recordings from the 90s. I think Atris may have re-recorded his. This guy is the original audio. The actors for Gen and Catherine, I think, have passed away. But they kept... I think Catherine was re-recorded by a new actress, but Gen is the same audio, is what I read. I'm not sure why. So anyway, he just stole my prison book, my trap book. The idea is that a trap book is a book that looks like it's going to take you somewhere, but it actually takes you somewhere else, or it traps you in the void between worlds. So he's hoping that we can... He gave me that book in the hopes that I can use it to capture Gen. When I get out of here and remember how to read the journal, or the tutorial tells me how to read the journal, because I forgot what the button is for that, we'll look in there and see what information it tells us. So that guy just got trank darted by this person. The assumption here is because when you link to an age, you generally appear in the same spot. You know, each linking book takes you to the same spot, and so Gen would have built a cage here to capture anybody who tried to link in. And that's why this is here. So that person just ran away. Use tab. Okay, good. And there they go. So we've come here to Riven, and we are supposed to capture Gen in that book, and now we don't have the book because that person just took it. So let's look around. There's a giant dagger here. There's a gold dome here. A lot of times these worlds that are created from description are they have nonsensical things in them at times. This piece of the ground here is the star fissure. It is essentially, it's the thing that the Myst book was dropped through, and it has now been, like, completely sealed over by metal and stuff. I do appreciate that they have the original icons, the original cursors and stuff. But if I recall, this is a telescope, And if we look in here, we can see inside the star fissure. It doesn't really show us much, but stars. Oh, this game is also nice because I can just use the mouse wheel to zoom in a level just to be able to look at stuff that's far away, which is nice. What is this if we look in it? Oh, that's just another way to look into the star fissure. Okay. This thing doesn't do anything. I believe this is a code we have to figure out at some point. This, I believe, is used to move this thing, but I don't remember why you need to do that. So this also, a thing to note about this game, you don't die. You can technically lose. There are bad endings, but like, I can't just fall off of here. There are rarely, if ever, any dangerous situations. There's no combat, no weapons. It's just a walk around and solve puzzles kind of game. So, let's continue walking around. There's a pipe here. Pretty much everything you see is going to be relevant to something. So, we have this thing, which has been jammed with this dagger, which, can I pick it up? No. That's to prevent anybody else from being trapped. So we can sort of presume that the person who let us out is an ally of sorts, but they did steal my book. So let me look into my oddly placed satchel here. 87,610. I don't know. Is that June? I don't know. It's year 10. I don't know whose years these are. Rivenese years? I don't know. They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. So this is Atris's journal. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. You know, there's actually a very, in a way, there's a metaphor for like actually programming games, and they do lean into that a little bit, because at some point it's actually canon that the story of Riven and Myst was brought to Earth and given to the Cyan development studio, and we're told you should make these stories into the games Myst and Riven so that people can learn of us. It's very meta. But anyway, like if the game is broken, you have to write a patch, and so like sometimes the world gets a little unstable and they have to write fixes, and sometimes they can fix it and sometimes they can't. Anyway, 87,616 revisions to Riven completed. There's still a number of minor adjustments that need to be made, but the basic corrections are in and should be working. Something's not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible I've made an error, though I've checked my entry against my pre-notation and can find no discrepancy. I haven't slept in nearly 3 days, so it may be that I'm just not seeing it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions... apparently that's not the change to the next page button. Hang on. There we go. Perhaps after a short rest I will see something. 87,618. Success. It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. This might be... I'm assuming this is like year, month, day. And this is, if I remember correctly, if he's going by Earth or Dunny years, this is probably 1887. That's roughly around the time when this game is actually taking place. Not that you would know that from this game. You would find that out much in later games. It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer, and although it's impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work, and I should be free, at last, to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me little time to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. There's been no sign from her in all that time. I only hope that... No, I must assume she's all right, lest my fears undermine my efforts. 87,619. I did not, quote-unquote, create the Age of Riven. Unlike my father, I have never presumed to have such power, and yet the future of all those who live there has fallen into my hands. So far, I've managed to read the page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I have saved a dying world. But the theories of one individual cannot support the lives of real people indefinitely. I must get everyone off of Riven as soon as possible. So there's kind of conflicting beliefs in their civilization. Most people believe that when you write a book, like there's a multiverse. When you write one of these stories, you are creating a link to an existing world that matches the description in the book. You're essentially describing which existing world you want to create a link to, whereas his father believed writing creates the world. The world does not exist until it is written, and therefore he is the absolute god of that world because he is its creator. The problem now is Gen. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he used to be. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but given his history, I must assume that he's still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Dunny civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake, a pattern that would no doubt continue were he to ever escape the confines of Riven. For more than 3 decades now, the universe has been safe from his corruptive influence, but because no one has been able to leave that ill-fated age, the last linking book out of Riven having been lost in the star fissure upon my return to Myst. The reading in this game, be prepared for a lot of it, because this is like Skyrim levels of books. Actually, probably not that bad. That was our intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all existing links to other worlds. And since the libraries containing the vast and intricate knowledge needed to construct linking books remained largely confined to the ruins of Dunny, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. Also, their species lives like 400 years. This is what we achieved, but the way it fell, it was no one's ideal. And although the sting of it has gradually faded over the years, this handwriting is really hard to read. I'm kind of struggling. The deep pain of that responsibility for what actually came to pass has never left me. At the time, it all seemed so clear. Gen's destructive path would not be allowed to continue, but it was never my wish that the innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the ones to have to pay for it. But enough to dwell in the past is to die in the present, and the situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired since that time has yet to be factored into the equation. 87,620. How many pages of this book are there? Okay, we're going to kind of... I think I may have found a solution for rescuing Catherine. Why did it not occur to me sooner? Many years ago, a prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition through the ruins of Dunny, I chanced upon a formula for an unusual type of book. Unfortunately, as my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I had to leave it behind. So I believe he's going here. The procedure is quite simple. By altering key lines slightly, a normal linking book's connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person becomes trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. That's important because that's how the trap books worked in Myst and how you could lose. If the brothers tricked you into also linking, they would be set free and you would be trapped. So it's important. This is an important piece of information. I actually feel like these things that are highlighted in red are probably the important things to read here. If my father is indeed unchanged, what better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back to Dunny? Let's see, then we talk about the island a bit more, tremors on the island, damage to the understructure is more extensive. I can no longer go to Riven as planned. Catherine, forgive me. I must act while I have time. The signs are as yet barely visible. With every passing moment, I gain clear picture. No good end to this. Last few days have convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. Something truly miraculous has happened. Beyond all conceivable probabilities, someone has found my lost Myst linking book and freed me from this prison. Hey, he's talking about me. I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. Logistics of such a scheme are formidable, but the fact that it may now be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven while also proceeding with my original intent to find Catherine has renewed my hopes. Okay. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gen, my father, Gen, had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven and thereby risk the possibility of inadvertently freeing him. The deteriorated state of the gateway image is a way for him to look into other worlds, I believe. Visual signal impossible. The picture remains reliable to observe. Still an unknown weakness that may be worth investigating. An unstable anomaly that appears to be as a rift between two separate realms, the Star Fissure. The Star Fissure is the only known way to go between two worlds without a linking book. No one knows how it exists or why it's here, but it drops you in New Mexico if you fall through it. Sending someone to Riven also means that once signaled, I will have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself. Provided my father is safely out of the way, this should take little time. Assuming the island does not incur any serious damage during my absence, I should then be able to return to Kavir and hold it together long enough for Catherine to evacuate the remaining islanders. My father is no doubt expecting me to bring a linking book. He may not be disappointed. End of journal. Let's solve some puzzles. So, Riven, we're going to be seeing the trope or theme of 5 a lot. Riven is the 5th age. There are 5 islands, and there will be a lot of other 5s, I believe. So up here is a room over here with a button. This is going to be our first puzzle. You can see in the ocean there's already some cracks forming, which is rather interesting. There are these like floating wires that I believe are bringing power to the individual islands from each other. I don't exactly know. And then there's that like air-powered maglev tram thing that lets you get to other islands. So we can go across here. I don't remember what is in here. Oh, I do remember what is in here. We go down these stairs. Get the atmospheric music. Then we come into this room. There's a creature on these islands in this age called a wark, which is basically a whale. And the people tend to worship them. But this thing, if I recall, is basically a holographic imager that Gen would use to like call the natives over, have them gather, and then his big face would appear and he would give them proclamations or whatever, because he's a bit of a egomaniac. But I don't think, if I recall, there's anything that we could do in this room just yet. I do like the music though. We could take a look around here though. This is a drawing, a drawing of Gen with all of his worshippers. And you'll see this logo that's on his chest here. You'll see a lot because this is the Dunny symbol for 5. Dunny uses a there's 5-point stars. Dunny uses a base 5 numbering system, which is the first time I learned a numbering system other than base 10 was playing this game. So let's before we go solving this puzzle again, let's take a look in here what we've got. So it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-sided room. It has beetles. There are beetles on this island. I don't know what these words say, but we can look in here. So there's on the other side of this wall, there's a button and something back there. And over here, and I could take photos with X. I gotta remember that. That's the Golden Dome. And then over this way is a spinning dome with something, pictures on it. I don't think there's buttons. I'm trying to remember how I actually solved this the first time, because this is the puzzle I solved. So there's you can see there's kind of like a fence or a gate over there. And then we've got these beetles, and we could pull on these strings. And each one of these has a image in it. So yeah, here's Gen delivering knowledge, maybe? Either way, everybody's worshiping him, and he's like a god above them. So this might actually be like an image of him getting people to make him the materials that he needs to write new ages. I'm not entirely sure. This is likely him, like that's Atris at the bottom falling into the star fissure is, I believe, what this is depicting. Oh my goodness. Okay, that machine at the top there, I think this is actually them, like, basically creating the special paper. Yeah. Cutting down all the trees, creating the special paper and stuff that he needs to create Ages. So, every time you push this button, the room rotates. Slowly. And every time the room rotates, you can step in here and look through and see, you know, where is that opening pointing to now? And I actually can't tell which way that is, but we're going to go down because this continues to be my favorite kind of like introduction to the world. So here's that gate that we saw. And again, I can't fall off of here. I do think this game looks really gorgeous for the... there's the back wall of that projector room. The game looks really good. This is Unreal Engine 5. There's that spinning dome. And there's the big golden dome. And here's this thing. So, if we were to go up to the lock... can't do anything with that. In the original game, this is an okay, didn't experience that the first time I was playing. A little bit of a tremor, that's nice. In the original version of the game, you would notice this, you know, there's this dagger here, but it was like down toward the bottom. And the idea, like in the original game, like you would just have an image like this, right? And you would kind of like just move the mouse around. The image would not move, but you would move the mouse around and look for areas you could click, see what they would do. You could click anywhere. Like the mouse wouldn't necessarily tell you this is a place to click, but you would click around, and you were supposed to actually just climb underneath it. And they couldn't really do that this time because you can be in VR, and it's really kind of unrealistic to ask a player to get down on their actual hands and knees and crawl under a thing. It's hard to program. So I came over here, and I'm like, I can't climb under it. And then I realized this thing is up here now. And then I'm like, it can't just be... And it is. You just pull that out of there. So once again, in the same way that this puzzled me for a bit the first time I played the game originally, and then realized, like, oh my god, you have to crawl under it. This was a decent introduction to the new kind of simpler way of doing things. So anyway, you go up here. Now we're at the backside of this door. Yeah, I rotated the wall, but now we can look in and see that way is open if you're in there. So, this is the puzzle that I had already basically solved before I decided to stop playing. So we're going to kind of... I don't remember the exact steps. I have to somewhat figure it out again. But I know the gist here. This part does take a while. The rotations. So I believe if we look through here now, is it where? So there's an opening there. You can't quite see over there, so I got to run down here. I don't remember if so I'm trying to rotate the door so that, yeah, there we go. So that when you go in through here, there will be an opening. So now we are inside of here, and we are not ready yet. But now we can see that's that path to that room. That's the other room that has a button. And this one is the gold dome, and the gate is up. And there's that spinning one. So I think what I need to do, if I recall, is I need to rotate it 1 or 2 more times so that this opening is here. And then that will allow me to go through to this area, I believe. So, yeah. We're going to be running back and forth a lot. There is a little bit of an interesting thing with this one. Like I said, the original one, you could click anywhere. The mouse cursor was just always on the screen. In this game, the mouse cursor appears when you're hovering over something that you can interact with, which does kind of give you a bit of a, like, I just kind of want to hover over everything. But then every so often you get to something where the cursor pops up, but you can't actually interact with it, so... are we just back here now? Oh yeah, one more. That's right. I lost track of what I was doing. One more. Then I think we're going to go double check this. I'm not even going to wait. I'm going to go run through here and see if it is correct or if we got to go back and do it again. There we go. Okay, so now we can go through and get into this one. And we have a lever here and a rotator button. And then back down here we have a... See through there? Yeah, that's the top of the telescope. So this is bringing steam power down to that control panel by that telescope. So we can go check that out. And then this lever lowers, you can't see it, but that gate, one of those gates is lowering. And then... Now, the first time I did this, I went out and rotated from the other side, and I think I made it more difficult than I needed to. I think I should have just stayed in here and hit the button. But we'll see. Something just made a noise. So where are we at here? I can't tell anything from in there now. One more time. I need like a mod that lets you like look at your watch while this is happening. All right. So now we can go out to this one and get a nice big view of the ocean here. I believe there are other islands in the world. Like, the entire world is not ocean aside from these islands. I'm not 100% sure of that, though. So we got this thing with a... I'm getting a little bit dizzy. With, like, eyes or something. I don't actually remember what these logos are for. I do remember being shocked that the game let me walk all the way around here. There's a lot of these little fissures opening. I don't know if each of these is a star fissure type thing. Like, I don't know if you could fall through them. I don't remember in the original game if those were there or not. But we can walk over to this thing and then look in here. And you could see that it's one of those... What do you call it? Right? There's a button on top. And I don't know what the button does. Because I have not gotten this far yet. Well, I mean, I got to here, but don't know what that button does. Okay. That's a lot more tremors than the first time I played. So let's open the other gate, because there were actually two gates. And then bring the thing around again. Then if I remember correctly, I should be at the Golden Dome, and that's as far as I had gone. So we will be back to actually solving the puzzles together. So, yep, I think so. Now, if I do this again, do we see that gate close? No, because it's actually the other gate closing. It's awfully... Oh, no, wait. This is the other gate. I'm standing in front of the other gate. Well, either way, I should... I need all of them to be up. Because... Yes, we are actually back to the beginning here. And now we need to rotate this again to its original starting position. Because in the original starting position, we were looking at the Golden Dome and there was a gate. There we go. So a lot of these puzzles, like I said, oh, we can rotate from here too. I don't know if there's a benefit to that or not. Oh, maybe to get back to that spinning one more easily, but I don't know. Like I said before, I played this a lot as a kid, but that was almost 30 years ago. And like I said, they redid a lot of the puzzles. So even my very, very old knowledge, in which I could barely remember what I did, that's not really going to help me much either. So a lot of this is like the setting is familiar, but the puzzles are, I don't remember them. So, but what is this? There's a book here. I don't know what these tubes do. I don't think they do anything in particular, but this book is not complete. It doesn't do anything. It has a dunny number written on it, but I don't remember how to read. It's over 100, I think, but I don't remember how to read the numbers. Hopefully we will learn again as we do this. Let's see, if we walk around the top, we can see out each of these. Okay, so there's the spinny one. What are these symbols? Run, 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 run. Okay, so these are the, like, eyeball-esque symbols. I don't know if there's anything particular that we're looking for out of these yet. I seem to remember... Okay, that's one of the other islands, and there's a bridge that's up, looks like. I seem to remember these things being important later, or possibly they're just there to give you kind of like a sense of what's around you. So there's another island over there. Then this one has more of these islands with another pipe sticking out. I think you could see that pipe from the outside. Oop. A little bit of a hitch there. All right, let's head down the stairs. There's two doors here. This one takes you underneath the spinny dome thing. Over to... So there's more of the star fissure all patched up there. And there is a door here. Can we open it? We can. Oh, we are below. So this is presumably where Gen would sit, and then it would project his face. So there's a bridge. I am pretty sure this is just a screenshot from the original Riven. Like, it's not animated, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like a live camera footage. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they're just recreating it. So these are, like, there's the, the worship room, so you can see the worshipers. That is that the other side of that door there? Perhaps? Let's sit in this chair. We got some levers here. Alright, what does this one do? Okay, so it opens that door. So that's good. So we can go back through that room and see what's on the other side. And then this one... raises a bridge. Why would we want to raise a bridge? Let's leave the bridge down. It's weird that it only animates when the bridge is moving, just like in the original game, instead of showing just like a live like video feed. Okay, I'm gonna leave that down, but let's remember if we need that at some point. That could just be a red herring or like a world building thing. But yeah, let's see if we can go back to that area and look at that door. Go through that door. I don't know what these symbols are. Yeah, as I recall, Gen, he's been trapped here for 30 years. He could have just jumped through the star fissure, but he didn't trust it. And if I recall, I believe he actually threw a lot of people into it, like criminals and stuff, and couldn't actually determine that they landed safely anywhere, so he just kind of stayed. So what do we got here? There's like water down in here. How would water get in here? Maybe through those pipes, I guess. I don't know. What is in this other door? So here's a bridge that is up. I assume this isn't... This is not the bridge we were looking at before, because it is up, and the other one we were raising, but... Oh yeah, this looks safe. This looks very safe. Okay, well... Presumably, if I pull this, that will be powered. Will it lower? Or will there be another switch I need to pull to lower it? Let's see. Oh. Well, I don't remember that happening in the original game. So, I guess we need to take a... Oh, you know what? Actually... Yeah, I don't remember that happening, but I do think that that was like a return bridge after you've solved that island. So, yeah, I may have just made the game harder for myself later. Okay, well, anyway, I guess we're not doing this. Oh, hey, Rumblestrip, in the chat with the jokes again. Very good, very good. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's, what room? Oh, yeah, it was back through this room. And then through this way. See, now, that person who took the book very, very quickly got through all of this, and I don't understand how. I do not understand how they did that. They must have known another way to open this door here. This one. Right? Like, here's the maglev thing. Like, that's the only way they could have gone. Right? What is that? What was that noise? I heard a noise. Sometimes noises are good. This game doesn't have a jump button. What am I supposed to do with you? I can't, can I click you? Oh, yeah, apparently, but I'm not close enough, so. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, you know what I think that is? I think that's gonna, yeah, there we go. That's gonna call a tram over here. Yay, we get to go to another island already. I would like to know how I use that. I do remember how to pilot this thing. This will... Wait for the door to close. There we go. This will turn us around. And then now in the original game, pushing forward on this was essentially the eject your CD drive button so that you could put in the next disc, because every island basically had its own CD. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to be doing that this time. feel like that was a lot more exciting in the original game. But here we are on whichever island this is. So there's some stairs. Just want to explore everything, because I don't know what might be over here. Yep, exactly. Right, there was nothing here, right? Yeah, this is just the edge of the map. Yes. Okay. Let's go through the stairs. Let's see what we got. Huh. There are... Ooh. What is this? Interesting. I can't look in this one, right? No. Yeah, these islands are populated, and it wasn't clear to me in the original game when I was playing why there were no people around, but they're actually just hiding from you because they know something's up. So we could... Is this like a planter or something? Like we could grow something here, or... Interesting. I feel like... I remember a lot of this game was more like... Yeah, there's puzzles, but then there's also like... They do a really good job of like teaching you a concept that you will then later need to solve a puzzle. But you're also learning about like the culture and stuff at the same time. So what is... Oh, that's emptying up there. Does that matter? Does it matter that now it takes a while to fill back up again before it starts? I don't know. I don't know if any of that matters. Oh, are these traps? Can I click this? I cannot click. I cannot stick my hand in this trap. No. Okay. All right. Moving on. We'll come back to that if we think we need something. I like these carvings of people. I don't think those were there before. Okay, which way should we go? I kind of feel like up is better. Let's go up first. Alright, so we have a bridge. Oh! Yep, that's something. Oh, this bridge is creaky. It's another one of these nonsensically large things stuck in the ground. Hope this bridge is good. Yeah. So these would be the trees that they cut down to make the paper, presumably. A lot more bugs here than before. Can I go off the path? No, not really. I have to stay on the path. Okay, let's see. There's a way in there. There's a door here. Let's go check out this door. Can we go out this way? We can. In the original game... Oh my god, there's so many. In the original game, they would have like... They would have to like designate a square of the screen, and it would be it would have a video of like a bug flying around on top of it. Excuse me, bugs. So, can we look in this one? I saw the mouse cursor come up for a second, but no, it seems like no, I can't actually click in it. Oh, wait, how about this one? There we go. Okay, so that one has... Oh, maybe I should have been marking these down. So that one has that one. I don't actually know how I look at the screenshots. I might have to go back to the other one and see what the... Okay. Okay. We're going to be taking a minecart ride at some point. Let's keep on exploring up here before we pick an avenue. Oh, here's one of these real-life beetles. Can I poke it? No. Oh. Okay. Someone needs to mow the lawn over here. They did a really good job making the game look really nice. And there's a giant sword. There's another one of those things over there. Can I go to it? Not yet. Maybe on the other side. These, like, giant swords and stuff are generally, if I recall, the result of Atris trying to write new things into the world to stabilize it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Alright, can I go? No. Oh, there's another spinny thing. Cool. Cool. We are so far. There are so many different paths to go. Let's go red first. Is that lava? Cool. I'm gonna get so lost. There's so many different ways to go here. Is that just like a wind thing? Or is that supposed to be like alerting them that someone came through here? What is that thing up there? Almost looks like a jaw of something. Yeah, okay. Anything worthwhile in here? Doesn't look like it. Getting so far off the beaten path. Where are we? That's a Riven. This is a Rivenese village. Did you see that person walking up there? Oh man, when you get to this place in the original game, there are no people here. They all go into hiding before you get here. That's what that alarm thing was, I think. I don't know what's making that noise. Oh, now I do. Did someone get in that? That's a little, like, submarine on a tram track thing. Where's that gonna go? Okay, then. I can't bring that down yet. You know how before there was, we saw those, like, things that looked like fissures where the water just seemed to be dropping off? You'll also notice here, this hole is dry. Right? Something is holding the water back from this area. That's just how the world works here. They could apparently do that. I don't know how. I don't know that there's anything we could do here. We might have to explore some other avenues before we come back here. So I don't see any... Oh, well, there's a ladder here, but... Can I go down the ladder? Yes. Okay, now I'm standing down here. This thing looks hot. I can't touch it. Ooh, what is this? Why do I get a feeling I should probably get out of the way? I can't go back to the ladder anymore. Oh, I can get on this thing. I can't walk through there. What did that do? I don't know, but I can go back up the ladder now. Okay, so hold on. Let's look at the... That thing is a cable attached to this thing. So... This thing was already lit up red, though, so I don't know what I just did here. But something is humming, so let's go up the ladder and see if we can figure out what's up here. If something changed. I don't see anything having changed, so... That looks like another place where that submarine thing could go, so I wonder if if we're going to be taking this around the lake here. Okay, I would be contented, I think, to leave this area here, since there were multiple other paths we could go down. And let's backtrack a little bit and check out some of these other ones. I think this was the biggest island of them all. Like, there are more puzzles on this island than... Like, the others are more like the destinations after you solve all the puzzles. Each puzzle. Run up the stairs. Run through here. Really glad that they gave a run button, because in the original game you could not click faster. Okay, I came from that way, right? And I probably went right past this gate. Or is that the gate that I went into? No, I don't think so. There's a spinny marble thing. Oh wait, maybe, because I went over the lava. Yeah, I probably did go this way, and the gate probably just closed behind me. Right? Because I don't think I came from this way. And now we're just back up. Oh, this was the other path that we could have taken when we got up here. Okay, so there's just two ways. Oh, that's good. Kind of narrows it down a little bit. Okay, so let's go back through here. Because I think there was still another path we could have taken. Yeah, this gate closes on me. That's going to be... That's not going to throw me off at some point. Okay, now which way did we go? We came in through this way. We went that way, so we need to look this way. Mushrooms with mushrooms on them. Something up there. Another statue. What's powering these lights? Anything we could, I don't see anything going on with you. I seem to remember in the original game you could open its mouth and walk through it. But I don't think you could open it from this side. Or maybe you could, but I don't see. Pretty sure it was on top of one of these things, if I remember correctly. But I think they must have changed that, because I don't see anything here. Okay, so somehow we gotta get up there. How are we gonna do that? Alright, well that's everything... Oh, there's also a pipe. That's important to know. I don't see how to get up there. Okay, before we spend too long figuring things out here... Oh, did I go down there before? I don't think so, because I was focused on how do you get to that thing. I don't think I went down here. If I did... I think I would have remembered the tip of this dagger being sticking out there. Aha. Okay, that looks like it goes up. There's some sort of a creature making a noise every so often. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now we're at this thing. Does this thing have a... Oh, its eyeball thing is missing. Is it on the ground somewhere, or are we just going to have to somehow figure out what its value would have been, its pattern? What even... that kind of looks like a frog. It's a... But I don't know what it is from the front. Like a rabbit? I don't know. Okay, so this is the one that's... I'm going to take a picture of it anyway, just to... I don't see it. There's that pipe. Is this the only thing we could do up here? We can't get around to anywhere else? We can't get to those... Yeah, it seems we can't really get anywhere else up here. We can't get over to that catwalk. Well, without knowing what those symbols in the eye are, I don't think I'm going to be able to... I don't know what puzzle those are trying to solve yet, so... All of these ages are inhabited by people who make things incredibly overcomplicated, so everything is a puzzle, right? You can't just be like, oh, they just worship it and they decorated it differently. So, no, it is a piece of a puzzle. All right, so we can backtrack a little bit further, and there was a path down back over yonder this way. Back out of here. All right. Yeah, we came in there. Yes, okay. I don't know how to look at the screenshots. Is that... notebook. Yeah, there we go. There's the screenshots. Okay. All right, so that way was the other way out of there. There is the minecart ride that we could take, but I would like to go back a minute. Oh, that's something new. What the heck is that? Is that just part of the world destabilizing? It looks like the star fissure in the inside. That's definitely wasn't in the original game. Okay, that's I like that there are things that I've never seen before. Keeps me on my toes. Not that I would really remember everything from the original. Oh, that's where we came in. Okay, so we came in here, and then we can go down. So let's see what's down here. Oh, yes, I remember these things. Back in the day, these Sunners were incredible in the original game because they were CGI, but they were actually animated and they would move, even though everything else was live or just like still images. Let's see if we can get up to them without scaring them. Yeah. I'm going to go poke one in the nose if I can. Anything else around I need to worry about? No. Let's get right up there. Okay, here we go. I'm not here. You didn't see anything. Don't look this way. No, don't look this way. You didn't? I'm not here. Can I crouch? No. Can I? Oh, there's stairs over there. Crouch over there. I want to get really close. Okay. Uh-oh. No, come on. Come on now. Come on. Okay. Well, that's that. Alright, stairs. Oh, that goes back to the village. Is there anything over this way? There's another... Ooh. A shiny thing. Is this the kind of thing where the... That's the thing that tells me to, hey, look this way? Kind of thing? Hello, bugs. Interesting. Okay. What are you? Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's weird. What does this mean? Did that go into my satchel? There we go. Okay. What am I... Oh, that's one of the... Oh, this was hanging on the daggers. Okay, so those people left this for me. What? And some invisible paint. Okay. Interesting. Let's look through this a little bit more. And the butterflies got some paint on them too. Or maybe this is made from the butterflies. This could be made from butterflies. Okay. Let's just keep this out. Oh, that's more paint than I was expecting. I bet that probably looks like something important when you're looking at it from the right angle. And I can't get through here. Okay. Let's not forget that this is a thing that I have. I don't think those sunners are going to be coming back for a while. Water looks nice. I'd love to take a dip, but I can't actually go in it. Okay. That's where I came down. So let's go this way and see if we can... Maybe we could see more of the village, or... Yeah, we could... I think we could definitely get somewhere. Does this thing show me anything on this side? Don't see anything. Maybe, hopefully there'll be like a bucket sitting around, which will remind me to pull that thing out and use it. Alright, let's head up this way. Ah, another one of these things. Okay. So you have this in you. Don't know what any of this means yet. There's no way to, like, rotate the inside, right? That just is what it is. I can't turn my camera when I'm in there, but like, yeah, okay. Let's see what's over by this tree. You know, it's just like Atris to be like, you know, take this book, go there, capture my father. I will give you no further information. And we just have to kind of like, yeah, he's like, there's no time, we have to go quick. And then you're just kind of here being like, what is any of this? I need to explore an entire island when I could just be going and doing the mission. Why am I at this tree? Is this tree important? Is this just world building? Could be both. Could be both. Okay. All right, so we can go into the rock. Let's not forget that we still have a minecart ride that we haven't taken yet. Is this... What is this? Like a vine or something that's hanging and goes all the way out to the tree. It goes under the tree or into the tree or something. Interesting. Are they like collecting sap from the tree? Interesting stuff going on. Including some fireworks outside. Okay, something's up there. That almost looks like the prison thing that I appeared in. But that was on the other island, so... Isn't that? What is this? This almost looks like a furnace or something. Oh, it is. Kind of like a... But what does it do? What does it do? How do I use it, I guess, is the real question. Alright, so I can go down. And down will take me around and over to that, which is another opening for the submarine. Can we see where the submarine is? That's where I was before over there. Oh, I wonder if that red thing in the water is actually the thing that pushes the water out of the way. Because I notice by these other ones, the water is not, that's not on, and the water is not out of the way. So that would make sense. That could be what is doing that. Something is hanging over there with, I think, some bones on it. And then there's something up there with some bones on it. Then we've got this thing. That looks like a bridge probably extends across there. Things floating in the water. Okay, and then, of course, the submarine goes to all these different stops. Okay, we're going to head... Oh, and then another bridge that I can't get across. Okay. So... we need to figure out how to get that submarine working so we can get across to some of these other places. Alright. Yep, there's one of those things that should be glowing red. Can we see any... Don't see any controls for it. But let's go into somebody's house here. Oh, this is a school. I think. Or like a... No, this seems like a school. I feel like this is the room where I learned how to read dunny numbers, but... Oh yeah, here they are. This is dunny numbers. Oh, but... Did they change... These are not... Are these Rivenese numbers? Like, did they... That would make sense. Like, I always did kind of wonder why they were... Why the Riven people would use dunny numbering. So I wonder if they changed that to be like... this is how you kind of translate between the two. So... I don't remember which thing. So basically the way dunny numbering works is... there are 5 symbols, because it's a base 5 thing, and I don't remember which one is which, but then basically once you get to 4, then then 5 is just 0 but rotated, and then you just kind of layer them on top of each other, and then when you get to a certain number, then you just start putting them next to each other. But I don't remember what all of this on the side means here. I do remember... Can I touch that? This is kind of a way to teach you about it in a rather interesting way, because we're feeding people to the whales. What can I click here? Can I do... There we go. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's dunny number 4. I need a pen and paper here. Hold on. Man, the journal thing is not going to cut it for me. I really do need like a... Do I have a pen? I should have... There we go. Okay. Take some notes on these things. Okay. This symbol is 4. With the straight line across is 4, if I counted correctly. Let's do another one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay. Or is it 9? Did I miscount one? Oh shoot, I might, because that's 2 layered on top of each other. That's 4, and then it's not 5. Hang on. Hold on. I'll mark it down either way. I counted 8, but I don't know if that's what I counted correctly. Okay. I'm going to watch this for real this time. 1. 1. Okay. That was definitely 1. Vertical line is 1. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, that's 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I think I miscounted the first ones. That's 5 and 1. I think that first one that I marked as 4 is 5, right? Because that's the dunny... It's the Riven symbol, right? Yeah, okay. The first one is 5, which means the second one was actually probably 9. Little static in my microphone. You're saying rumble strip? Or is it in like the game audio? 2, 3, 4. This should be 7. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Alright, it's all coming back to me. I don't know what 3 is yet. This one was 6. Okay. 3 would be that little square in the corner, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. What is, hold on a second. What does this thing say? Oh, I don't know what... If you're talking about that noise... That's fireworks. Okay. I don't know what this is showing us. These what that's relating to. We'll figure that out at some point. All right, I still need to know what at least one more symbol is. 1, 2. Oh, well, that's not going to tell us. Legit static? Well, let me, well, the game is producing some background static. If that's what you're hearing. There's like a humming or a ocean noise in the background. Because I'm looking at the levels of the things going out of OBS, and if I stop talking, it's completely silent. But the game is producing audio. Which kind of does sound like static. That's probably the game audio in the background. I could turn it down if it's too loud. Here, let me turn the game audio down and you tell me if it goes away. So the game audio is off now. Did the static go away? I'm going to turn it back on while I wait for you to respond because I know there's a delay. I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3. 3. Perfect. That's what I thought it was. Okay, so that one is 3. Do I know all of them now? 1, 2... I can't read my own handwriting now. 2, 3... 4 would have to be the only other symbol we haven't seen yet, I think. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that 8? I can't tell if that was 8 or not. That would have been 5. That would have been 9, because that would have been 5 and 4. I think I'm getting the hang of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed the first one. That's 4. Okay. I got it. I got the numbering system. I don't have this numbering system. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Or maybe this is more of an alphabet. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, what do we think this is relating to? Can I take a picture of that? Because I don't know. This is... these numbers would be... 8, 5, and 3. So this would be 8, 1... shoot, when do they rotate? That's the 5 and 3. It's when you get to... Ooh, I don't remember when they rotate. And I do remember that there is a confusion with this one and this one when you rotate. Oh, there's no 0. I don't know what 0 is. 5. Okay. I don't know. I can't translate this yet. We'll figure it out. Can I touch any of this? No. What else is in this room? Just, oh, that's probably a real pen. This looks like real paper. Someone has graded something and said, you did this wrong. And then they wrote some dunny numbers. Maybe that's like a grade. There's some... I can't tell if this is supposed to be real fruit or like carved out of wood, because it kind of looks like it's carved out of wood. Okay, what's written up here? Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, that would be 6, yeah. And then 2 and 5 is 7. 8, that would not be 8. But then we go, so is it 10 is when you rotate? That could be. So that could be 9, actually. That bottom one with the rotated curve. That wouldn't make sense, not 9. Let's rotate. We're going to turn that in a second. Okay. Let's rotate this. Maybe someone will teach us. There's Gun. Hello. Didn't really line up with your mouth, but close enough. Okay. Okay, that was weird. I don't know if that was like the game messing up or the machine. That's how the machine works. Okay. That may help us at some point. I am a little concerned that I don't know what, do I need to know what these are up at the top? I don't think those were in the original game. But at least I know the dunny numbers now, so at least for the most part. So I should be able to figure that out. I'm gonna... I can't imagine I'm gonna need that. Let's go back out here and see if we could figure anything else out. Okay. Do we see anything? Nope. Alright, you know what that means. We're going to go all the way back and take a minecart ride. Oh, someone's pine cones or whatever fell in the water there. I don't think we can't get over there, right? There's no other paths that I missed here. Right, we're up here. That was a no-go because that's not open. There has to be a little bit of a conceit in this game because, like, in a real world, I could easily just kind of like reach over there and grab that, or like scooch around a little bit on the wall, but you know, in this game you can't. Yeah. Okay. Let's go take a minecart ride, or just see if I missed any other paths. We couldn't see where that went yet. I feel like my mouse is moving very quickly. I'm going to turn the sensitivity down on the mouse so I'm not moving as jerkily like a jerk. Oh, they're back. Okay. I'm going to sneak up on them again. I think that was a thing in the original game, too. I'm not just doing this because I want to boop them in the snoot. I do. But I think in the original game, like, every time I saw them, I would run up to them right away and they would go away. But there was a reason you were supposed to approach them really slowly. I don't remember what the reason is. Can't get any closer from this side. Okay. I think this is the closest we've gotten so far. Kind of. I'm stuck here. I can't go anywhere. I have to back up. How do they not see me? Or maybe they don't care. I can't actually get any closer at this point, so. Hello, hey guys. Do you guys not care that I'm here anymore? Am I not a threat? What? Okay, well, Well, this game's got a little bit more Skyrim in it than I would like. Okay, fine, whatever. We're gonna go do the thing. Run, run, run. Which way was it? It was up. Run across the bridge. Cut down to the side. There's the scary hole in the world. Was it... See, I think we had to go... Yeah, it's down there. Excuse me, bugs. Oh, I should have gone back to... I'll get it later. It's fine. I was going to see what the original thing was. So, what... Am I in it now? Oh, I'm writing it. Here we go. I thought I was going to be in it, but apparently I'm behind it. That would make sense if you would fill it up with things. You wouldn't ride in it. You would ride with it. Woo! We are underwater. I do remember this was very cool in 1997, the way this looked in the game. I think we're going to a completely different island here. Yep. And every time you wanted to get between islands, you had to sit through this entire minecart ride. And also, once it pulled in, or like partway through there, it would stop and go, please put in disc number 3 or whatever. Alright, so now we are in an island with a giant crater in it. And a wood chipper. So that would make sense. If this is where... Is this like where they make the pulp for the paper, maybe? Like they bring the wood chips in? From the other island had all the trees cut down, right? So they fill this up with lumber, bring it over to here, drop it through there. That's a big wood chipper. How do I get down from here? Yeah, the wood drops into there. This thing makes a bunch of wood chips out of it, and then they probably take it over to this thing. We're going to go out there in a minute. Yeah, this is a... That is some fire. And I am stuck. What's down in there? I bet you I can go down there at some point. Anything else? Actually, let's use our thing real quick and just make sure. No, nobody's leaving us messages here. Alright. I always like to look around the outside first. Case the joint. Okay. We're gonna be... Oh boy, this is gonna be a... Okay, I see where we're going with this. Can I go in here? No. You know why? It's full of hot water. Okay. So... Okay. Doesn't seem to have done anything. What if we turn this... Ooh. Okay. Where does this go to? Why would I need to... Why would I need to do that? If the option is the water or whatever flows down into the lake, Or the option is it shoots out there. Don't really see much of a difference. I'm going to leave it up. Why not? What does that do? Okay, that changes our water. Is this water intake? So this was originally going up and into that thing, and now it is going down and around and into this. Okay. Oh, and there's another one here. Oh boy, this is going to be a thing, isn't it? Okay. It's going to be a whole thing. Alright, switch you back for a minute. We're going to go out to the middle of the crater here. All of these islands have a name, and I don't remember what the names of most of them are, except I do remember this one being Crater Island, because it has a big crater in it. So, that might be Gen's laboratory up there. There's some rumbling happening out here. Okay, so we can say water should go to that door or whatever is up there, or it should go to this thing, or it should go to that wood chipper. And it's currently going to that door. So, if we said put it to the wood chipper, I'm just doing this as a test. I don't think we actually need the wood chipper. So, goes to there, goes around to there. Don't actually know how to turn this thing on. Could they turn it on from up there? Is there a button back here? That is not the button. Oh, wait. There's a thing that goes up there. Oh, I wonder if it was supposed to be like, as soon as the thing comes in, it triggers it to dump it or something like that. See, that's the thing that lets you write it back. Oh, actually, there is a thing up here. Hold on. Just for funsies. I want to know what's going to happen when I do this. Alright, so that should let us write it back. And that should call it if it's not here. But there's also this. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now I know. Curiosity satisfied. Let's go get this going to the boiler so we can see what will happen. I hear things happening. Ooh. I thought that was a painted rock. Like, painted. Okay, so the red light is on, which I assume means we can't go in. So we've got presumably water running through to this pipe, which is going up to this thing. Right. What if we put this back down? Ooh. Oh, it is. Is this intake? Is it sucking water in? That would make sense. It's got to get the water in here somehow. This is just water for power. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, then the water level goes down. Cool, let's go in there real quick before we do anything else. Oh, the light's still on. Can't go in. Okay. That was not the answer yet. Perhaps the answer is shutting off the heat, which would be switching to that and then going maybe like this. Ah, there we go. It's even better. Then we also have... Oh, I bet this turns off the heat because it'll just vent it out the top then instead of... Yeah. Oh, interesting. This must be like a natural gas or something. Makes sense. Okay, so the heat's off now. Lights off. There we go. Now we're making progress here. What is down in here? Oh, we're really going a long way down here. Is this that that one opening I said I was going to be in? Yes. Okay. Prophecy came true. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. What have we here? This better not be a dead end. Oh, okay. Well, looks like we can walk this way. Anything worthwhile over here? Alright, let's follow this ground that looks suspiciously like a path. What island is that? That almost looks like a prison. Right, like with the spikes on top. Wonder if that's where Catherine is. Okay, let's speed it up. Speed this up. Ground is getting very polygonal up here. Ooh, another one of these things. We got to figure out what the deal is with these. These are all over, and they usually have the is it a kinetoscope, or what do you call it, where you're looking at the symbols on them spinning by? Are they the same symbols? It looks like it's the same symbols, right? Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. There does seem to be a path down to it. Oh no. Am I going to have to go all the way down there and turn the power over to this thing now? Maybe. What is this? Oh. Oh, okay. Quick return there. All right. That's so I could probably go back out and turn the power over to this door. What is back here? There is a pipe coming in and going down. Interesting. More pipes in the ceiling. What? Okay. Well, this is very cool, but what are we doing here? The music is playing like there is some significance. I can't get over anywhere. Okay, well, let's turn the power on and see what happens when there's water flowing through all this stuff. Did you hear that? Thought I heard an animal of some sort. Alright, down another ladder. Here we go. Ooh, real quick. Can I get... I want to see what this thing is. Okay, there's a tube here. This almost looks like another diving thing. Can I see anything in it? Doesn't look like it. Don't suppose this is going to help me at all. Does this thing have markings on it that would kind of indicate where I should use it? No, not really. So this thing, that has a tube coming down that comes out over here and just kind of ends at the lake. I wonder if he's also trying to suck water up into there. Okay, let's go turn on our thing here. I'm glad I took that that ride on the minecart last. You know, like instead of just hopping in there right away, because we'd be over here solving these puzzles and wondering if we had missed anything back on the other island. Okay, out we go. Okay, don't see anything changing. The you know, don't stop and think too logically about all of these puzzles and paths being here. Like, it doesn't really make sense that you would make a boiler room where you can crawl down into the bottom and just pop out and then go all the way around and then come up into this thing. And, you know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe if your sewer gets clogged up a lot and you got to send people down there, I guess it kind of makes sense, but... Is there anything else that you could see? I mean, besides that. So that thing comes from way over there. That might come from the other island. All right. Let's go in here, because now I think we've got this. I'm assuming this pipe is that. Right, so now we've got stuff coming in through here. Does this change anything? You can kind of hear the hissing of the whatever. Okay, so that's just going around the corner there. And then we've got this tube, which goes out the window, right? Were we able to see that from the outside? I don't think so, but we might go back out and check that. So that snakes around the corner. Oh, wait, can I go? Oh, I can walk around this. Okay, cool. That makes sense. It would make sense that we should be able to follow this. Now I'm glad I turned the thing on, because there's something... Ooh. Whoa. Can I go down this ladder yet, or no? No, I think not into the water. Okay. How do I turn this on? It's going to suck all the water out of here. I say, do I need to leave it running or no? Seems like no. This music, man. What is this? Oh. Oh, look at that. Interesting. So that's what all these holes are for. They're collecting... Oh, apparently I can take this rock somewhere. How about right there in this little bed? What are these? Are these like eggs or something? Is this... This wasn't in the original game. This could be like something laying eggs in the wall here. I do love that it gets its own little you know, crib kind of a thing. Let's take a little ride, I assume is what we're doing here. Hang on. Is this a... Okay, that's not a thing. Alright. Wait a minute, hold on. Before I drive this, I can just walk over here, right? Seems a lot of eggs have been cracked. And this looks like an elevator. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, let's bring the thing in here. Oh, here's another... Can I bring it over without having to go all the way back? This is hard to do with a mouse. Okay. Good, good. Then it looks like we'll probably slot into there and go up. This music, man. This is intense. Okay. Here we go. Yes, this is good. Moving the mouse in a circular motion. Very natural. Okay. Now, can I move this thing? Ooh, this is kind of cool. Alright. Now, how do we go up with our young child here? That's another eyeball symbol. Do I need to be... Oh. Do I need to do that thing? Am I not supposed to go up with it? Oh, maybe not. I can take it out. That's all I can do with it. I can unlock this. But I believe this locks it into the... That locks it into... this, presumably, so it won't roll out. Alright, let me see if I could get this thing to take it up. Maybe that's... I'm very strong, as you can see. Okay, before we go up all the way, I want to see what's... Okay, I guess I'm going to send it up and see what happens. Now I don't remember which way was up. Is this up? I think no, this is up. Okay. There's a pipe behind this here, too. That seems like a... Does it seem like there's a door up there? That even if I went up there, I'd be able to walk? Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? So how would I get... How would I get this to be automated? And what is this pipe over here for? And why does this music sound like there's a timer countdown going on? Alright, bring it back down. Okay, I feel like... Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I bet you this, now that that's plugged in there, this will take us up. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, now we're up in the... This is Gen's observatory. Oh, we're going to be doing some reading here, aren't we? Do we need this thing up here? Caught a frog. Alright. Can I do anything with any of this? I can close that. Let's leave it open. Maybe we'll catch another frog. Okay, so he was working on some dissections. We got some bones or tusks. Don't know what that is. Some sort of a fruit. Some darts, maybe? Yeah, it looks kind of like a dart gun. So he was tranquilizing things. Let's see. Whoa, jeez. Hit me right in the face. Alright, I'm not going to try... Oh, wait, actually, no. Hold on. Let me grab my notes and tell you what date this is. This is the year 34, and then 6 and 7. There you go. I think that's 34. I actually don't know for sure. I have been cataloging the natural elements of this age for many years now, and I still continue to find evidence of the number 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that it held a place of special significance in the Dunny society. From the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners, it was ubiquitous. Its presence here is clearly a direct reflection of the minds that authored the texts I used to compose this age. I could barely read these. Further proof that through their art, the Dunny masters were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely forging links to pre-existing worlds. While all of my ages have been based on Dunny designs, I see now that the ones most vested with the power of 5 are also the most beautiful, the most perfect, and undoubtedly the most structurally sound. I still have yet to determine how the Dunny color symbology reflects this superior design principle. While ostensibly a 6-color system, I am convinced that there must be some deeper connection to the number 5. I will continue to investigate. Some other date. The Y-tram traps? Is that the type of frog? Etram? Have been particularly fruitful this year. Apparently, the breakup of the islands has not adversely affected the subterranean ecosystem. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are also experiencing a generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. Okay, so they're getting poison for the darts from the frogs. Such vexing issues. And the rebels, by the way, I believe that person that freed me at the very beginning is one of the rebels. Rivenese who are don't want Gen to be in charge. Such vexing issues aside, this unexpected windfall has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe, one that is smoother than any other in recent memory. How good for you. I reluctantly decided to suspend my inquiries into the unusual behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters that now demand my attention. For future reference, however, my investigations have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a microbe that resides within it. I am imagining a mobile, unicellular organism, but one with a structure that allows it to manipulate bits of water, the aggregate effect of which is that the composite body of water is able to deform itself in response to threatening conditions. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, a period of extended boiling, for example, seems to kill them off, which would explain their dramatic aversion to even moderate rises in temperature. There's still much to learn, however, regarding the peculiar phenomenon. So that thing, that light up thing that we saw, it is what is causing the water to move out of the way. Construction of the imagers has proceeded without fault. Remarkable how easy it is to adapt any technology to mimic that of the Ahmad. I don't know who the Ahmad are. The two cultures must surely, unless that's the original name of the Rivenese, that could be. The two cultures must surely have crossed paths at some point in their histories. It may even be that Keta was a direct descendant of the Dunny. How else to explain the redemptive depth of our connection? Oh, Keta was one of the Rivenese, right? When Gen first got here? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Maybe they'll say. But that's all pointless now. Oh, there's diagrams here in case we care. So there's, stuff goes in, goes around and around and around and around and around and around, and then do, and that's how you get holograms. So, maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. The only reason I'm reading all of this is because sometimes there are actual clues to solving the puzzles in here. So, extremely pleased with the continued success of the system. Another example of the superiority of Dunny technology. Ironic that Atris and Catherine's meddling unwittingly provided me with such a convenient source of power. Catherine, by the way, I don't think this was made clear yet in the games. Catherine is from Riven. She's not Dunny. Atris met her when he first came to Riven. Her original name was Katrin, but he couldn't pronounce it right. So he used Catherine, which is a name he knew from Earth. Anyway, I am certain now that the fissure was an unexpected byproduct of the changes they wrote into this age as part of their machinations to trap me here, and that Atris never intended for the book to be lost among the stars in the process. The Myst book. Better that a linking book be destroyed than to risk it falling into unknown hands. Had they foreseen the creation of the fissure, they surely would have sought another solution, as the ensuing cataclysm may well have consumed the entire world had I not managed to intervene, and that probably refers to him covering over the entire fissure with metal. Catherine would never have knowingly taken such a risk, and surely my son, given his own dearth of vertebrae, had only meant for Riven to become my prison, not my tomb. In other words, he doesn't have a spine. I am discontinuing regular observations of the expanse beneath the fissure. I have tracked the stars and have proven that their paths are cyclical, but without proper instrumentation there is nothing more I can learn. My theory, however, remains unaltered. The fabric of this age was breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete yet overlapping spaces. Yet the attendant paradoxes defy the laws of conventional physics. The great column of wind that formed when the rift first appeared suggests a vacuum, as one might expect in space, yet early experiments seem to confirm the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atris momentarily threw himself into the void is further evidence that it might possibly be safe to venture into, but without knowing its true nature, I simply cannot take the risk. It is also difficult to say what would happen were I to reopen the fissure now, but it is highly probable that the results would be disastrous. My hopes have been dashed again. The latest ink formulation has proven to be yet another in a long list of failures. Frustrating to spend so much effort constructing a linking book only to end up destroying it when it refuses to function. Too often has this lab grown uncomfortably warm by the flames of these never-ending disappointments. So, the way the books work in the art, there's like the main book, which is called the descriptive book. That's where you have to very carefully and explicitly write everything about the world. And if that book is lost, all access to that world will be lost. If you write another descriptive book, even if you write it the same, you will end up linking to a similar but different world. Linking books are basically like you make reference to the original descriptive book, and therefore the linking book can now be used to also go through the same place that the descriptive book that it relates to goes to. So one descriptive book, multiple copies of linking books. I think in their society, you see in Uru, the Myst game that doesn't have a number, that in Dunny society they would actually have like hub worlds where you would get a linking book if you wanted to travel around, even to different parts of their city, because you can't link to the same place you can't link to the world you're already in. You can only link to another world. So they would have like a hub world. You would link to this hub world, and then there would essentially be like, you would put in like, oh, I want to go to the beach. And then this big thing would spin around and then give you the book back to the world you were just in, but at the beach. And so like that's clever. Anyway, too often this has lab grown uncomfortable. Yeah, I already read that. Reference library. Yeah, I can't figure out how to do it. Simply cannot burn another book. There must be another way. Pens of Fate. Oh, this guy's got some turns of phrase. I'm parched. Hang on. I need a drink. Late last night, while pondering these interminable setbacks, I went to light my pipe. The fire marble got away from me, however. The fire marble got away from me. Okay. And rolled across the gateway image of the open book before me. The gateway image is the picture, the video picture that's in the book, I believe. And that's how you could look through that and kind of see what's going on in the world. If the consequence of this had not been repeatable, I would not have believed my eyes, as the marble left a faint yet definitive trail of increased clarity in its wake. The change did not last long, but it was unmistakable. If I could find a way to boost the energy output of my fire marbles, it might be possible to suppress the variance enough to facilitate a stable link, but how? Spatial anomaly occurred yesterday about 5 spans above the north shore of Temple Island. Temple Island is probably that island where they were cutting down all the trees, and there was like that a bunch of statues and stuff, I'm guessing. A breach of stars seemingly identical to the one beneath the fissure. Oh, spatial anomaly. Yeah, that's that goofy thing. Seemingly identical to the one beneath the fissure. So this entry must be new, because that anomaly wasn't there in the original game. It began as a small cloud-like hole, which then commenced to expand in random surges. With some effort, I was finally able to contain it with runic plates, similar to the ones I devised for the fissure. Okay. Did we see that anywhere? Did we see like anything that looked like it was being contained by plates? I don't think so. I believe it will hold, but the appearance of a new rift is troubling, and yet it has also left me with the most uncanny feeling that something fundamental has shifted in my favor. I believe it may be time to give this inexplicable mystery a second look. I have erected a small dome, a pressurized airlock mounted upon the contained breach. This has allowed me to safely conduct tentative forays into the expanse without subjecting Riven to further invasion and the destruction that would certainly attend it. A dome? Allow me to safely conduct... Okay. It is a gafflingly improbable space. Is that what that says? Yet surprisingly more accommodating than my initial observations had led me to believe. Breathing is indeed possible within it, yet I cannot say that it is respiration as I'm used to it. Rather, as nonsensical as this is going to sound, it feels at times as if the expanse was breathing me, and in the process imbuing me with a sense of endless possibility. Yes, he's getting high off it. At last, the breakthrough I was hoping for. After my first full day of experiments in the expanse, I was astonished to discover that the fire marbles in my coat pocket had come to fluorescence. A quick strike test confirmed that their energy levels had increased significantly. Their charge had lasted longer than I would have thought possible. In a clear act of divine providence, the expanse had given me the final piece of the puzzle, an apparently boundless energy source that would be more than sufficient to rectify my linking books. But I must work quickly. 2 more breaches have occurred in the interim, each one more aggressive and difficult to contain than the last. Time, I fear, is running out. How many more pages we got? A couple. The breach is now number 5, a sure sign that I'm on the right path because it's 5. Connected the domes on each of them via a nexus of pathways. Are the spinning things the domes that are containing them, or is it something else? I don't think that's what the breach. I have connected the domes. Okay, maybe. Which will also serve as an inter-island shortcut as I continue my work on my enhanced fire marble complex. The loss of 2 more men yesterday has made it clear that the full spectrum of energy is too great for even my finest fire marbles to contain. Fire charging stations. Ah, that's... Ooh, this is an important bit, I think. We're going to take a picture of this page. This, because these were not the symbols that were there in this room, which will later be recombined for application to the book. I have installed 5 charging stations within the expanse, each one calibrated to imbue a blank fire marble with a separate band of the total energy. I think that's it. Separate band of the total energy needed. A pneumatic tube system will then convey the charged marbles to the great gold dome on Riven. Oh, okay, and then there's those tubes that come out in the middle for recombination. Okay, the problem now is how to return... The problem of how to return to Riven has been settled. Reckon has proven his usefulness over the years, at times nearly rivaling my own engineering prowess. He and his team will have the honor of being the first to link to the new age and bring with them the necessary materials to build a vastly simplified version of the book apparatus. So he may not be... He may have already escaped Riven. which I personally designed. If they do not return within a reasonable amount of time, I will revise my design and send additional men until they get it right. Should they founder, however, I am prepared to sacrifice every last man on Riven to continue the effort, of course. Long last, viable loop. Okay, eternity of toil. Finally linked to a new age. The new age is 9. I should probably just Google how to read the numbers. I don't know how to combine them. This would be like 9, 5, it's 5, 3 is 898. I don't know. It is a bleak and barren world, perfectly suited for my purpose, but closely comparing the real with the written. I keep reading these also partially like decimals, which is wrong. For the written, I believe I will soon be able to create a more appropriate age from which to relaunch my mission. For now, however, I will move my office and living quarters there so that I may safely continue my endeavors without distraction. Does this look like... There's a big satellite dish that can go underground? Okay. Although it is but a stepping stone, this world, which he just gives it a number, he's not giving it a name, is an utter triumph to think that I have accomplished in a matter of years under extreme blah, blah, blah. I caught one of my assistants thumbing through the journal today. Will certainly never do it again, but I'm glad to write in a language these people cannot decipher. Again, spent a lot of time on Earth. That's why he writes in English. Perhaps it's time I reviewed security measures with the guildmaster, bookmakers, educators. We'll give them our okay. Reports of a spirit sighting. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels, or Black Moiety, I'm trying to remember how you say that, Moiety, something like that. As the villagers stubbornly insist on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics, renewing their campaign to intimidate and suppose there should be concern to stop them. Chemical analysis of one of the rebels' knives has yielded curious results. Metal contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. Appears the rebels have access to a resource I am unaware of, perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. Most of the knives have been found on the south side, the same region that reports people mysteriously disappearing. Fact that the rebels sign as their presence, they are growing bolder, as if they no longer fear discovery of their hideout. Recent measurements indicate the movement of the islands has slowed dramatically. Previous estimates indicate total collapse and everything. I have nearly finished writing the fifth age, and have every confidence it will be a safe place to relocate to. But it's still backup. It's possible the age is stable after all. And so I must. Okay. So that first age that he wrote is starting to decay. He's writing another one. He's continuing. I think this is one number more than this one. But he's also thinking maybe Riven is stable because the islands are not moving apart anymore. There's something about this that gives me pause. Could it be that someone is attempting to repair the damage to the fifth age at its source? I cannot help but think that the hand of Atris is behind this somehow. Interesting. So, yeah, he's thinking maybe it has stabilized because Atris is making changes. All right, we didn't really explore the rest of this place. There's a door probably leading out. There's a big thing in the center here, which is dripping water and is probably going to be some sort of puzzle for us to figure out. And there's a big wheel here that I cannot spin. Did we look? We didn't look here. These must be the fire marbles. Oh, so he brings these things up. And then this is probably like a polisher or something. It looks like a really grinded down. Oh, no, right there. Yeah. Polish that sucker up. Okay. So it looks like I got things I could do here. Cool, cool. Does this rotate? No. Yes. Oh, I think we're going to make a fire marble. Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, look at that. Wait. Minus, minus, plus, plus. Those must also be numbers of some sort. Let's take a shot of that. What does this say? The counterintuitive something that a greater strike yield the maximum never ceases. Can I move this? Oh, there. Jeez. Okay. Counter to aspect of the fire marbles that a greater strike force does not always yield a maximum energy output never ceases to amaze me. Optimal strike force is a base value, and then he scribbled it out. Fire marble to power marble, strike force compensation. Let me take another photo of that, so now I can see everything. I can't take these, but I am going to try and use the one we brought up here to make something. What does this do? This seems like it needs power. Alright, one thing at a time. We're probably going to have to go out there and figure out how to get power. Let me grab my baby here. We're going to start by putting it there, because it will let me. Do the thing. Ah, that was poorly animated, but I like it. So now I got this cool thing. Now I'm going to put it there. And what is it going to do? Is it... Oh, it's measuring the output. Okay. Give me my marble back. I want my marble. Okay. Oh, it's the strike force, right? Okay, so pull that up. Boom. I don't know what this thing going up is. Yeah, this is the strike force. Can I please take this out? I would like my marble back out, please. How do I get my marble back out? Okay. Well then. Can't do anything with you anymore. That almost looks like it's dipping it in something. Like there's a liquid in there, right? Yet I can't pull it back out. What is holding it in place? Okay, I'm going to leave it in there because I can't get it out. We're going to go outside. Oh, wait, there's a thing to turn over here. Oh, we've got more things. We didn't look at this workbench. What does this say? There's this dagger. Last week, one of my acolytes caught a rebel sniffing around the cemetery totem in the jungle. In keeping with the general ineptitude of my men, the dog was allowed to escape. But at last, the fool had the presence of mind to bring me the object in question. It's a primitive eyepiece into which one of the native numbers had been set. Given the fact that their accursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol has been rotated in order to read it, however, there is no way to make sense of it. It is probably an overestimation of the moiety's intelligence to suspect that there may be some greater meaning behind it, but tomorrow I shall send a surveyor to inspect the other totems. Interesting. Can I look in you? No. Can I do anything? Oh, here's one of those. This is the one that he took off the thing. There we go. Now, can we do anything with it, though? Doesn't look like it. Here's a bunch of these things. I don't know what these are. Okay, moths. Some plants. A chunk of wood. Some leaves. And some seashells. Very nice collection, again. Very nice. Alright. So I guess he's just here studying this thing. Okay, so he looked in there. We don't know which direction that should be facing, though, and we also still don't know what that puzzle is even solving, but can I turn you? Okay, cool, cool. That makes sense. I don't know what I expected there. Can't read any of these books, right? Okay, let's go outside. There we go. Alright, we can walk all the way over there. We can walk all the way over there. Let me check this out, because this looks like it's taking us back where we've already been, but we couldn't go this way before. This might be just a... If we can cut through here, this might just be a quick way back down if we need to go back down. We'll just open the pathway here. Oh. Oh, that's clever. When you open these doors... Oh, I could have done this the whole time. Well, I wouldn't have been able to get in there, but... Oh, so you go in here and you close these doors... Oh. We might be backtracking on a puzzle here. Let's see what's down this way. I think this might be a different puzzle we were unable to solve before. What's in here? Oh, it's just this thing. I do not at all remember what the mystery around these things is, or how to solve them, so... But at least now I know how to get to it. Should I need to come over here. Cool. Because this, if we close this... Haha! Can't fool me twice. Okay, here we go. And there's our thing. Okay. So... I feel like you were supposed to stop it on a specific symbol. Oh. I may have just gotten lucky with it. I think I just got lucky and hit the correct symbol. Okay. Interesting. Uh-oh. Well, this is the end. This is where we die. I can't turn the mouse anymore. Yep, hold on. The game is doing stuff. Boy, we certainly did get lucky with that symbol. How would I have known that this was the symbol for this one? Whoa. Okay, this is new. So he got into the star fissure like this. I don't remember this being like this. Maybe this was here, but in a different form. So here's more of these things. So he was saying he was using these to as a quick travel between other islands. Can I get one of these things out of here? I'm stuck. Why do I get the sense I'm about to launch this at something? Okay, there's that symbol. Now there's a button. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that looks like a speaker. Fascinating. So that... I can't pull it back. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we gotta hook up several of them to get it working. Well, yeah, those were definitely... If this area of space existed before, those were definitely not here before. Okay. Okay. That is, this is definitely crazy. Huh. Okay, looks like there's a speaker thing up there as well. This is some other kind of marbly thing. And we've got a... now I can control it. Does this do anything? Oh, that changes the direction. Oh, that's wild. Okay. Where would we need to go? We could go to that one. I want to hit this button one more time since this thing is pointing at us now. Does this do anything? Because we're pointing right at it here. Yes, that seems to do something. What do we do? Just like power it up or something? Or what do we... Alright. Let's see if we can connect it to that one. I don't know. Let's just spin around, see if we could find a thing to connect to. Oh, this is a map. Cool. So I could just follow this to see. I'm trying not to look at the actual world because I think I would get motion sickness. I recommend everybody do the same. Alright, so now we are looking at... Okay, so we can see the symbol. So this one is Gen's Island. Or okay, this is Crater Island. It's the one with the line in the middle. Some of them are blinking and some of them are not. So I don't know which one is this symbol, but I guess we're going to go up here and see if we could pop out. No. No, we cannot, because we would have to have gotten... We would have had to have gotten in from the outside first. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're going to go back. He claimed that this was like fast travel, but I don't really see how this is fast. There we go. Okay, let's head back out. Whoa! Alright. Well, that was a bit of a... I did not expect to be down in here. Now, how do I get back out? Is there a... Oh. Apparently it sensed that I wanted to get back out. I have a feeling that this is like a... This is actually like a loading screen. Okay, are you going to stay open now so I don't have to... No. Of this, so that symbol is Gen's Island / crater island. Alright. I'm going to... Did you see that? There was a light up ahead. Like someone had a flashlight. But obviously nobody's here. Okay, that's weird. I swear it looked like... Maybe that was just the game rendering, like, the smoke. Alright. I'm gonna go a few more minutes here. There was... I think that... Ooh. Oh, no, we were in there. I think there's one other thing I was going to look at. Yes. One other path I was going to follow here. Then I'm going to call it a day for today. Also, due to 4th of July plans, I don't know what day my family wants to go see fireworks because they're on random different days around these parts. So I may be streaming tomorrow. I may not be. We might be rescheduling one of these streams that's coming up, but we'll see. So just keep an eye out on the channel for changes to the schedule. Oh. This is the bridge that collapsed. So this would have been a fast way back to that island if I had not pulled that lever. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we can kind of see a little bit more. I think that's where the minecart came in. Alright, well, I think I may have exhausted all of my options for things to do at the moment. So, I might just leave it here for now, but I do want to see if I can get my fire marble back. Please tell me we can get back in. Oh. Can I get this fire marble out of here? Is there a way to... Let's see, that rotates. It's like a universal joint. But that rotates when you rotate, and you rotate when that rotates. And what rotates that thing? I feel like it's probably this thing, but how do I... It feels like a really big... And we're not dripping anymore. Interesting. Oh, there's another door here. Did I come in? I went out that door. And came back in this door? Or no? No, I didn't go out this door yet. Ah. Well, I definitely want to see what's on this island before I head out for the day, so let's see what we can find here. All right. There we go. Turning around. And engage. All right. There's a door over there. And a thing we could walk up over here. So I wonder what's causing the bacteria or microorganism or whatever to split the water there. What's so hot underwater there? Oh, this is not a prison at all. This is a... Or maybe it is. What is this? Is this the temple island, maybe? There's like, it's like Temple Island, Prison Island, Crater Island, Jungle Island. I think that's... There's something cool down there. Okay, so you know I said like, oh, I want to see what's on this island before I go, and now I'm gonna like explore this entire island. This is very cool. This looks like it may have broken. Oh boy. Up. I don't know what that keypad is for. Okay, hang on. What am I even looking at here? Is this a... I don't know what I don't... Is this the handle of one of the giant weapons? Huh. What are we doing here? Okay, let me push the button. Okay, hang on. This one. Right? Isn't that this? Maybe? Maybe not. 4. Oh no, maybe not. Are we supposed to like make this into a... It's kind of difficult to move these. Are we am I supposed to... Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to get these all perfectly in like a... Like cover all these up. Can't really actually see that happening. Oh, actually, maybe. Hang on. Why am I doing this instead of going to bed? That's the real question here. This is actually kind of difficult to do with the mouse. Boom. Ooh. Oh. So each of these little plates was one of the islands. What did this just do for me, though? What did this just do for me? So that's the crater island, I think. This is that big island with the Sunners, I believe. Where, like, the village was and everything. This, I think, is the prison island. Was this the... This is the big dome island, right? I think this is where we started. So this must be the... I think Jungle Island was the last one, or maybe this one's Jungle. I don't remember which one is... What their names are, but what... If I close this one... Oh, no, don't... Oh... Yeah, well. Okay. I don't know what this puzzle actually got me, but it does match these drawings. I just don't know what that... oh. Now I understand. The eyeball symbols that were around this dome are telling you which symbol on the big rotating domes you need to click on in order to get it to open for that one. Okay, we're going to have to go all the way back over there, which I don't even remember how to do, and I would have been able to do if I hadn't broke that bridge. We'll have to go all the way back over there and figure that out. Oh, there's one right here. We might just have to try a bunch to get lucky and open this one. Except that I can't get over to it. Whoa! Okay, that's new. Okay. Oh yeah, that is the handle of a big weapon, huh? Because it split this place. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop it. I'm actually going to go back down to the beginning of this world. Ooh. Oh, I should have taken a picture of the pattern where the marbles popped up. I don't know it. I don't remember it exactly. Oh well. That'll be a thing for next time. We'll have to solve... Well, we will solve this puzzle again, but I also want to check out what's the other way. Because there were two ways to go here. I just want to point out. Well, now we're going to go all the way back. There was a door on the other side. I don't want to forget that that door is there next time I come back to this game. And I don't know when I will come back to this game. It might be a couple weeks, or it might be next week. Who knows? But there is a door over there, and I don't want to forget that we need to go to that door. And we are going to get to that door by getting into this thing, flipping it around, and then just getting out the other side. So, that will be next time. If you enjoyed this, and you would like me to do more non-Space Engineers things like this, I'm not going to give up Space Engineers anytime soon, just to be clear, but if you enjoyed this, please consider throwing a like on the video so that I can tell whether or not you actually enjoyed this. And if you'd like to get notified when I go live in the future, just consider subscribing. Like I said, Space Engineers tomorrow may or may not happen, depending on what we figure out for fireworks schedule. I might be out with the kids and get back too late to start streaming. So tomorrow or Friday, or maybe both, as currently scheduled, but one of those two might end up getting pushed. So we'll see. Just keep an eye on the channel for updates to the schedule. I'll try and keep it up to date as best I can. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks Rumble Strip in the chat. Appreciate you always. And have a good, happy 4th of July if you're in America. And if you're not in America, you could still have a happy 4th of July. You just celebrate it like it's any other Thursday, I assume. But either way, I hope you have a great one, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye.